Okay, so Hapkido white belts. I know it might be a little difficult to find a training partner, so we're going to walk through your situationals at a very low level, and hopefully, most of the people that you are sheltered with probably don't want to get beat up too much, but we're going to go. You might be able to con them into doing this, and this is still at the same time an actual thing that even if you were in class, I was getting ready to have you guys do this. This is something that we do every so often that I think is really important. And let me give you the background why. So when we are punching full speed and full power, then obviously we are missing our partners on purpose because we're trying not to beat them up. Okay? But the problem is then we're missing our partners. Right? So to gain realism in one area, that means we usually have to sacrifice realism in another area for the name of safety. So now we're going to go the other way, right? So what we want to be careful of doing is if I get in the habit of always stopping my strike short or missing my partner, right? We either get in the habit, bad habits, or we start to confuse and we think that my distance to hit someone is actually 6 inches shorter than what it really is supposed to be, because that's what we always train to stop, right? And so don't confuse bad distancing for basically being compassionate, right? So we should always have the potential to hit our partner. That's why, like when we're doing our punch defenses or whatever, where it's possible, I always encourage you to go through them instead of stopping short. Sometimes we don't have that luxury, but that's getting, if I'm always, I could hit him. No, you can't. That's just bad distance. Okay? So now we're going to change, and we're going to go through your situationals. So it's going to give you an inventory of your situationals. But what I want you to do is, in fast we would call this slow motion. I make our self-defense students at IU do this the same way, and the way they kind of install those skill sets. Okay? But we're going to go slow motion so we can be very conscientious of having great mechanics as you do it, and at the same time you are going to put everything on target, right? So instead of punching past them, you are going to go through them. You are just going at a speed that is slow enough that it doesn't hurt. In fact, I can even poke her in the eyes, right, with an eye strike, and I'm going slow enough that it's not going to hurt them. Right? But I am doing 100% accurate targeting, 100% proper body mechanics, even if it is going slow motion, 100% distancing. Okay, so we're taking power off, so we're sacrificing that element of realism so that we can gain realism in this realm. So this is something that we occasionally do because I want us to be able to have that balance, right? And so I know we're not going full speed, but we're still mentally repping it out and everything else. There were studies, I just read a study while we've been cooped up, right? That basically, something like 75% mental practice and walkthrough is still, and 25% real practice can still be as effective, right? The mental practice can still be as effective as like 100% real practice, right? So I've been Dr. Young, of course the workshop was canceled, but I still spent 20 plus hours watching videos. I was sitting there, I was doing locks, I was imagining, I was walking through and the mechanics and, I want to keep my elbow tight to my body here or whatever the lock was. I mentally was doing them, kind of getting the feel, trying to imagine the feel. I was mentally repping them myself, right? Sort of physically moving through it, but basically it was mental reps because I didn't have a person there to do it with me or whatever. So, it can be productive. So I don't want you to think that this is a total waste of time. Yes, it's the best we can do right now, but that doesn't mean that it's not a productive way to do things. And as I said, I was going to have you do this like this, even if we were in class together, but now you can do this. And again, maybe your partner who doesn't trust you to go full speed in this maybe will be a little more willing to let you go slow motion as you do it. If not, even if you're just doing it in air, do it in air, but do it slow motion and focus on what we're doing, okay? So, white belt inventory, we're just gonna go through these super fast. You can always rewind if you need to see it again. Arms pinned, she comes up, she grabs, right? Big stomp, big stomp. I know her head isn't up here, but I could throw the head anyway. I shift, slap to the groin, slap to the groin. Big load, big bump, no ski, hands come up as I come around, and I come out, and boom. Boom. Sound effects are optional, but every strike right behind the ear, okay? Right in the back of the brainstem, okay? Right in the throat if I wanted to. Back to the knee, right? I'm not doing this. Big motions. Big motions, right? Make me believe if we sped up the tape, you were killing them, okay? So that's arms pinned from behind. Arms free, they come up, they grab, okay? Stomp, stomp. Maybe that elbow connects, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I try the other side, it doesn't. I wrap, or I bore the hand, right? You saw the reaction. 2-on-1, grab, break, come out, let go, boom, there's a shot. Boom, there's a shot to the back of the knee. Boom, there's a hammer fist again. Back to the knee, back to the face, back to the face, back to the face. Slow motion, big motion. Wash your hands first before you touch their face, right? But still, hand sanitize, right, as you do it. Choke, it'll be a little awkward as she comes in, okay? Oh, thanks, hon. So she comes in, she grabs, I still tee up, I step in, stomp, stomp, slap, okay? Grab, I step across for my wrench, elbows, knees, elbows again. Now I can start to step out. Boom, there's a jab. Boom, there's a cross. Boom, there's a kick. Okay. Slow motion, all 5 hits. Attacks from the front. Arms pinned. She comes in. I check her hips to keep her hips away from me. Head goes down. I still get a groin shot. For that you don't have to hit with, right? So depending on who you're working with, right? But basically, again, big motion. I turn out. I roll down, and guess what? Wham! Wham! Sound effects are optional. Wham! Boom! There's your knee. You're going slow enough, you can do that. Boom! Foot trap, and depending on whether your partner wants to fall to the ground, shove or not. Okay? Again, you can simulate. You can be doing this even if you don't have a partner. Coming out, mentally repping. But everyone is big wind-ups, not this way. Make sure you're going slow enough that you can feel your hips getting into every strike. If you can't put that mechanics in it when you are going slow motion, then there's virtually no chance that they are there when you speed up. Right, so this is your chance to check and make sure you are ingraining. Studies show that we put things in our CNS better when we go slow motion. This is your chance to really instill and habitualize some of these body mechanics. Okay? arms free. Your partner probably doesn't want to get thrown down with the head twist, and there's not a lot of space anyway. So they come in, and the other option was our frame. So she grabs, I get my frame up, I push out, wham, wham. Right away, there's that knockout shot right on the jaw and the ear. I'm targeting it, I'm hitting it. Just be nice when you do it. Right? There's a shot underneath the chin. Okay? I could maybe go to the melon drop while I was hitting the eyes. Again, your partner might not let you do that very well. Okay? There's an ear smack. Okay? There's a knee to the shot to the groin or whatever. Back down. Okay? So again, go slow. Pay attention, make sure you have good mechanics each and every time. Last one was the hand choke. Okay. So she comes up, and 2 options. I'm going slow enough. We normally train at speed on the sternum. I'm actually going into Hyungol, into the pressure point right there in the throat. As I step back, my first shot is right on the kisser. And again, depending on what I'm doing, don't really do this one. I'm just showing, okay? Give her a mouthful of hair gel, and then we come out, boom, there's the shot to the side of the knee, and then I'm out, okay? And then lastly, option B, my hand choke. I clamp down, my other hand comes up. That happens pretty much at the same time. Rock. Again, good targeting. I'm not hitting on the top of her head. I'm hitting exactly in the side of the neck, on the ear, behind the ear, those knockout points each and every time. Okay. Again, some of your partners probably don't want that shot full force, or even slow motion, but still. So no sexual assault, please. But still, you can get a lot of valuable training paying attention to make sure you have good mechanics each and every time, and making sure that we are putting things on target, very precisely on target. I'm always telling people, yelling at people in class, when you kick people in the hip, right, you're gonna break your foot on the side of their hip. I'm watching punches go high and they break their hand on top of people's heads. Or you're nice to each other and you're really aiming at each other. You're basically, if you were hitting, you'd be playing slug bug, because you don't want to hit them. You're trying to be nice, so you hit them in the shoulder and everything else, okay? This is your chance to go at a speed that is safe enough, but still be mentally focusing on putting things where they need to go to do real damage and counteracting those bad habits that we shouldn't be doing that much anyway, but we still fall into traps, especially as beginners in doing. Right, so this is a chance for us to counteract that and get some good quality training with our targets and our precision. Okay, so as I said, this is really important, guys. You can do it with whoever hopefully you're cooped up with. If you can get them to do it for just 15, 20 minutes, it'll go a long way. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.